Okay, so this is the first part of the chapter 7 coloring book. It's actually called chapter 6 in this because it aligns with a different textbook. You're welcome. We started off just by kind of quick refresher on our different types of muscle tissue. And so if we've got involuntary, that's going to be cardiac. And it is also smooth. So that would be A and B. A banded appearance, that means it is striated. And that's going to be A and C. All right. And number 3, because longitudinally and circularly arranged, it's not all nice laid out, all parallel to one another. We don't get the striped appearance here. This is going to be non-striated. That's going to be your smooth muscle. Number 4 is going to be C, the dense connective tissue. And we kind of ran through those different layers of connective tissue in 7.2. I didn't really make you record the notes on them, but connective tissue is a large part of the skeletal muscle tissue. Number 5 is going to be A, and number 6 is going to be A. Coordinated activity, act as a pump. Definitely makes sense that that might be associated with the heart. Number 7 moves bone and the facial skin. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll up here. What is number 7? C is correct. And number 8, referred to as the muscular system. When we talk about the muscular system, we're really going to be talking about that muscle tissue, the skeletal muscle tissue. And voluntary, the one that we actually control, again, is going to be voluntary skeletal muscle tissue. All right. A, these spindle-shaped thingies. This is going to be smooth muscle. All right, number 2A is smooth. And here we have some striped muscle tissue, striated, so we know it's cardiac or skeletal, one of the two. It is cardiac because I can see this branching. That is characteristic of cardiac muscle. The 5 functions we had from the notes, we're going to have movement. We're going to have body posture or body support. Keep us upright, we have to contract several different muscles, large and small. Also, guard our entrances and exits. Support soft tissues. Maintain temperature through contraction. Woot. There it is. Everybody good with that? All right. Number 4. All sorts of stuff here. Microscopic anatomy of skeletal muscle. Alrighty. So this is going to go GBID. Affexi. What does that mean? Connective tissue surrounding a fascicle is the perimysium. Around a fascicle. Connective tissue ensheathing the entire muscle, epimysium, around the entire thing. Epimysium, epi meaning on, so we're going to see that on or outside. Contractile unit of muscle is going to be I, the sarcomere. A muscle cell would be the fiber. Thin connective tissue investing each muscle cell is going to be the endomysium, right? A. Plasma membrane of the muscle cells, the sarcolemma. A long filamentous organelle found within muscle cells that has a banded appearance, myofibril. Actin or myosin containing structure, myofilament. Cord-like extension of connective tissue beyond the muscle, that's going to be the tendon. A discrete bundle of muscle cells is going to be the fascicle. Got those? All right, so if we actually label the things that we're supposed to label, these, I can tell because I've got the dots, I'm supposed to color them those colors and then color the same thing on here. That's why this is called a coloring book. But I'm just going to label them, if that's cool. All right, so at the end we're going to have a tendon down here. What else do we have to label? The epimysium. Sorry, spelled that wrong. We're going to have the endomysium in here. Fiber. And this thing here is the actual myofibril. And we have the paramysium. Is that all? And that should do it. Okay. And, oh, we have more. All right. So now we're going to actually look at those sarcomeres. The small contractile units. So if I label these, not a whole lot to label here. We got to label the myosin. Myosin, those are the thick filaments. Like these guys would be the myosin. Maybe make them red. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do the Z-disc blue. So that's just going to be these areas. And we got to do the actin. I'll do that green. Those are the thinner filaments. You get the point? Get the idea? And we also have to do the I band, the A band, the sarcomere. The sarcomere is going to be from Z line to Z line. I'm going to get the sarcomere. Okay. We're going to have the A band be the dark band, which is where we're going to find. Actually, we've got some overlap and the myosin. So A, remember in the notes I said think of the word dark, has an A in it. And then the I band would be just where we have the actin. Think of I as in light, lighter in appearance. All right, and that should do it, correct? Oh, the last question there, number 1 at the bottom, says, looking at your diagram of a contracted sarcomere. So if these contract, these parts are going to pull together and shorten, but the myosin itself isn't going to shorten. It's going to be pulling these ends in. So the part that's actually going to get smaller and contract is going to be the I band. All right. Cool. And bleep, bleep, bleep. That's all, folks.